You haven't done the hands-on. If it is the second case, if you haven't done the hands-on, please get started with this. You have a weekend, right? 2 days off. So please do complete your hands-on and come up with the queries then also. Okay. Now let's talk about something called rebase. This is again another advanced concept. Let us try to understand this. To understand this, let's take up a simple scenario. Assume that there's a master branch and there were some commits here, like commit A and commit B. So we made a branch called B2 from master. Obviously, this will have the same commits, right? And then they were working parallelly, like two parallel entities. Development is happening on both the branches. And there's a commit C made here, and here is a commit D done. Okay, so after some time, or else after some days, like we realize, or else we want the changes from master to be integrated into this branch. So what is that called as? If you want to integrate changes from one branch to another, what is that called as? Merge, right? So if you merge changes from master to B2, the commit history or else the log history of this B2 branch would be something like this. I don't know how many of you have noticed. Whenever you merge, a new commit ID will be added into the current branch. Have you noticed it? New commit ID will be added into the destination branch. Here destination is B2. We are getting changes from master. So it would be the same commit ID if no conflicts or else a new commit ID. But whatever it is, new commit ID will be added in both the cases. Do you all agree with this? Have you noticed it? Same commit ID if no conflicts.
Isn't our D will be
Different.
on top of
Yeah.
C once you
Huh?
rebase?
It will get same committed. I have seen that.
Come again, please.
I'm sorry. Once you rebase, isn't the commits would be like?
I'm not talking about rebase. I'm talking about merge.
Oh,
Of
okay.
course, the concept is rebase. I'm saying what happens when you merge.
It will generate same committed.
This is what happens when you merge, isn't it? If you want to integrate changes from one branch to another, you would merge. This would be the case. Either you will have the same ID if no conflicts or a different ID if conflicts. But whatever it is, a new commit ID will be added into your destination branch. Correct? You might have noticed this by now. This one. New commit ID will be added into the destination branch. But let's suppose I want to get the changes, like I want to integrate the changes. 1 second. Yeah. So I want to integrate the changes, but what happens, but what I want here is, I don't want a new commit ID to be added just because we are merging. Okay, what I want is the commit history should be this way. A, B, C should come and sit in between B and D. Why between B and D? Because see, C is made initially. Means the commit history should be shown in such a way that maybe you might have created branch at this point, not at this point. Actually, branch is created at B. But it will show this way. Means what I want is it should show linear development. Linear development means first all the parent commits, parent branch, then all the child commits. First, I want to see all the parent commits, then all the child commits. Why do you want to see this way? Because this shows linear development. Actually, development is happening parallelly. Parallelly means development is happening. We are making changes on master, someone else is making changes on B2. So parallelly development is happening. But for parallel development, the log history would be complex, would be messy, right? Like above. New commit IDs will be added whenever you merge. I want to avoid that. Just because we are merging, why it should be a new commit ID, latest commit ID, isn't it? So if you want to see this kind of log history, always the linear development, first all the parent commits, then all the child commits, that's where rebase comes into picture. Means the whole point is rebase is also kind of merge. Okay, this is also nothing but functionality wise, it is also doing merge. But the log history, how the log history is, it is rewritten. Your log history is rewritten in such a way that you will see linear development. First, all the parent commits, then all the child commits. You may be asking how the parent commits. All the parent commits as per the timestamp from old to latest. Again, all the child commits as per the timestamp from oldest to the latest. So if you have this kind of log history, at any point of time, you know, like, okay, initially these were from parent, then from the child. If you want to see that kind of log history, that's where you go for rebase. Again, rebase is a far advanced concept and it's not a very much regularly used. It's again beginners or freshers to Git. Like if you are newbie to Git, you are warned against it. It's not that you use this rebase on regular basis. And there are some thumb rules. You can rebase only local branches. Means let's say you have pushed something to remote, like your branch is pushed to remote, don't rebase because you will have a different log history from others. There are chances that it may get messed up. Right? This is the whole concept of rebase. This is rebase pertaining to local branches, like your local repo. You also see a rebase when you put on remote, like pull with rebase. That is also similar, but that is more widely used than this. We'll also talk about that scenario. But this is the actual concept of rebase. Understood the concept, everyone?
Uh, 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 Sorry, just a minute, just to clarify my doubts. There is a master branch with A and B commits. Then you have created B2 branch. Automatically A and B commits will come inside B2. Then in master, someone has made changes like C, and in B2, someone has made changes like D. Is it?
Yes.
Then you want to merge master to B2.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yesterday you told, oh, sorry, you're not done. Go ahead, please.
Uh, so while merge, if there will be no conflict, then A, B, D, after that C will come. Is it?
Yeah. Conflict
Okay.
is there also, new commit will be at the point is ID may be different. No conflicts means same ID like C. If
Hmm.
conflict means ID may change, but whatever it is, latest commit ID will be added into the destination branch. Whenever you merge, a new commit ID will be added into your branch. You can notice that when you are doing hands-on.
Yes.
It might be same or different. Same if no conflict. Different it will be if conflict is there.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Yesterday you told merge can happen to master branch, but today you are giving example like even merge can happen to B2 branch also, child branch also.
Yes, it can happen, right?
Usually,
Yeah, it can happen.
yeah, usually we do merge
Here,
to the parent master branch. You said yesterday.
here what I'm doing, it's not merge, it's a rebasing the things. Like the scenario is, it's like I said, it's a for general purpose. You'll maintain environments. Master branch will be for prod. That's how we do. This is what are we doing? Okay, we created some branch, but later on I want to get something else from master. Maybe this could be a feature branch. This could be a temporary branch. Initially, all the temporary branches or any branch will be created from master, like if you want to make changes to the existing one, right? When you pull it up, later on, if you find you need something else as well, instead of merging, that's how you can rebase and have a clean log for your feature branches or child branches. I'm not saying master, again, you should not merge to master. B2 is going to be the final branch, which is going to for prod. Master is the one always going for prod. We generally merge it back to master. Here in this process, in the way if you want to clean up your child branch, this is what you can do.
Yes, ma'am. So what is the problem here? If I have ABDC, so I have everything
There is no
available.
problem if you want this kind of log history. I mentioned if you want this kind of log history, you can do rebase. It's not a problem. But why should you have always a new commit ID? Because you're merging. Merging means logically you're getting changes from this to this. That's all. It's not a commit happened in this branch, right? Why you should have a latest commit? If you don't want this, if you want to avoid this, you can do rebase. Like I said, it's not regularly we do. It's for smaller projects, simple projects, they may go for rebase. Also, like I said, it's only for local. Okay, rather than this rebase is not more widely used. There is another rebase on remote which we do. That is more helpful or more widely used. That makes more sense. But again, that also depends on this actual concept of rebase.
So commit ID will not change here. In the same commit ID only, it will get merged, is it? With the
ID may
rebase?
change, order is the point here. ID may
Okay.
change again. You may have conflicts during rebase also. Rebase also like a merge. ID may change or may be different. That's not the point. The point is the order. Here you will have, if you merge, how will be your log history? Parent commits, child commits, again parent, right? But here all parent commits, then all child commits. That's called linear development. So if you want to have that clean and linear log development, if you want to see, you will rebase.
So you mean
ma'am.
this changes in the master branch, which is C, was happened earlier. The changes were happened in the B2 branch D changes. Is it? As per
No,
the timestamp. As per the timestamp.
C
While
commit is
we
different from D commit. Those are different
that is
changes.
those are different. But when we are doing this linear rebase, then the oldest win at will be shown as the first, and the latest will come at the last. So you mean it C change has happened earlier than D, is it?
No, no. First, all the parent commits because C is in the parent, C is before D. Okay, let's say C happened after D also, C will be here only. First, all the parent commits. Order is important. First, all the parent commits. And again, in this pair, these parent commits will be as per the timestamp because A is oldest first, A, B, then C. And then D and so on.
Okay.
Always first the pair means linear development means what is linear development? First you development in one branch, particularly the parent branches, then the child. So if you want to see that linear development, that's what is rebase. Even though commits in master are done after changes in B2, you will see this history on this log only. But within that parent, all the parent commits as per the timestamp and all the child commits again as per the timestamp.
Okay, so it will always show the changes which is in the parent branch earlier than the child branch, is it?
Correct,
Whatever the timestamp.
correct. Now, whatever we have discussed, let's see with the hands-on so that things should be more visible. Okay, I'm having two commits on master. I would like to, whatever we discussed, I'm doing the same. I would like to create a branch called B2. Git checkout. I don't want to switch. So git branch B2 master. Okay, B2 will be created. Fine. So this is consider this like commit A, commit B on master. Now I'm making a new commit on master, which is commit C. Okay, same like we did. What should we do? Git add this
Commit.
file and commit. Git commit -m on master. Okay, so done. On master changes were done. So if you see git log, yeah. So this is commit A, this is commit B, this is commit C. For us to analyze better, I will move them to the notepad. Just I'll add this log history, commit history to the notepad. Master log. Okay. Now let's go to B2. Okay, B2 will have just 2 commits, right? A and B, which you got from master. Now let's make some commit here. I'm making file 4.txt. Let's add as usual file 4.txt. B2 changes. Okay. So didn't I add it? Oh, I think, okay. I have added, okay, fine. Yeah. So now if you see the log, this one I'm considering as D, right? This is the log of B2. Log of B2. Okay, so this is commit A, this is commit B, this is commit D, right? Okay. Why is this same? 1 minute.
It's not complete, right?
It
Huh?
did not copy.
It just copied
Oh,
same
okay,
master
okay,
one.
okay, got it. Yeah. So this is commit D on B2 branch, right? This is commit C on master branch, A, B, C, and this is A, B, D. Now I want to integrate this commit C should come into this B2 branch, but it should come and sit in between these two here. Okay. So what I'll do rebase.
Yeah, go to the merge once again. Preethi.
Hmm? Hmm?
Check the merge. So how it will be.
Sorry.
Do the merge in this situation.
Merge we did already, right? You can try it out, merge from your end. I'm going to do rebase. We did already yesterday, merge. Try it from your end once. Git rebase master. See, it says successfully merged. Oh, I already did that. This is our interest. Definitely this doesn't happen yesterday. That's for sure. Log of B2 after rebase. Yeah. Do you see
Again, it
this?
did not
Oh,
copy.
sorry, I did not copy. Now do you see this? Commit A, commit B, commit D. This is commit A, commit B, and see this one came in between here, and this is the D. ID may change, but this is the D commit, including the commit message you can see. Also,
Ma'am, sorry, ma'am. Internally, Git
all-
will store timestamp. Is how this can happen based on the
log is having
timestamp?
timestamp, right? Already log is nothing but with the timestamp visa. I'm showing you brief log. If you see detailed log, it is a timestamp.
Oh, okay. Okay. Based
Correct?
on that, it is
These are
modified.
all the child commits.
Got it.
Sorry, parent commits. These are all the parent commits, and this is the child commit.
Okay. Got it.
Here you can see that clearly. This is commit A.
So
This
the
is
rebase,
commit-
happening with the based on the timestamp, is it?
based on the order. First parent commits, then child commits. Like this is a master branch, right? This is commit A, this is commit B, this is commit C, right? This is the parent, and this is the child branch. In the child branch, before rebase, A, B were there because that's where we made the branch, right? And then this is the D. A, B, and then this is D, right? And so after rebase, you can see that this is commit A, commit B, this is commit C, and this is commit D, or the latest one here. Commit A, B, C, and D. Means initially what are we seeing here? Initially parent commits. These are all parent branch commits, right? And this is the child branch. They were set in this order. Initially parent changes, then the child branch. This is what is rebase. Your log history is read. C is not added above D, right? Rather, it was after B commit. Clear?
Rebase have altered the log ID.
Correct. Correct. It will alter.
So you're saying like AB is when the branch is created from master. We pull that branch from master and created P2, which have like a parent commits AB, and then we are working on committed D, and then someone worked and pushed the commit and merged into master C, and then we rebase the branch to get C, and
Yes.
in a line with our working commit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ma'am, in case here C happened after D, in master branch only C happened after D in B2. So in that case, if I merge it, it should not be in sequence, right? If I say
Someone already asked this question. I said, even though C happened after D, all the parent commits first. The order is linear development.
Okay, it's not at all with the timestamp then. It's only the linear with the parent
First
and then
linear
child.
development, okay, means first parent commits, okay, then child commits. And again, these parent commits will be as per the timestamp. This will be also again as per the timestamp. First parent commits, then child commits. A, B, C. First, they will be ordered in timestamp, then the child commits. First priority is parent commits, then child commits. Within parent itself, they'll be as per the timestamp. Second, child commits. These will be again as per the timestamp.
Got it.
That's why you are seeing A, B, C. Even though C is made after D, you will see C here only if it is on master. Okay, but C is as the latest in master. D is the latest in child commits. All the parent commits will be ordered first, then all the child commits. All the parent commits, then all the child commits. Again, how parent commits are arranged as per the timestamp. How child commits are arranged again as per the timestamp. Clear or still any questions here? What is meant by linear development? I don't know why there is a lot of confusion. Let me clarify once again. What is a linear development first? What is meant by linear development? And what is meant by parallel development? Anyone?
Linear is sequential order it goes.
In a sequential order. So, what is the sequential order of the branch? First child or parent?
Parent.
Obviously parent. So, first changes would be parent. Then comes the order child commits. Correct? First parent branch will be developed, then the child branch. Whereas here, both will happen parallelly. Both will happen parallelly. Parent changes, child changes will happen parallelly. That's a parallel development. We want to see linear development means we want to see first parent commits. That's the oldest one, right? So first all the parent commits, then all the child commits. Okay, fine. There were 5 parent commits. Okay, 3 child commits. How they will be ordered? They first all the 5 parent commits as per the timestamp. Then all the child commits as per the timestamp. Is that making sense?
Yeah, ma'am. It is pretty much clear, but when you said timestamp, it gone into confusion. So now it is clear, ma'am.
All the parent commits first. They will be in the timestamp. Then all the child commits. They'll be. See, whenever you see the log, always they'll be as per the timestamp. There's no wonder or there is nothing new in it. Whenever you see the log of any branch, they are as per the timestamp. Right? Here also they were as per the timestamp, but the tricky part is first parent commits as per the timestamp. Then the child commits again as per the timestamp. It's not that because child is made first, child will be, I mean, let's say a commit is made before in child, that will not be shown in between parent and child. Then that's a merge, not rebase. So this is what is a rebase. You can try out different scenarios, but I won't suggest this because we don't use this kind of rebase much in reality. But if you want to try out different things, conflicts and all, you can try out. That's not required. This is more than required. We will not use this type of rebase. We'll use another type of rebase called pull rebase. But this one we will not use. If you want, you can try different things. It may mess up. You can just experiment those things, but not required for this rebase.
Ma'am, even though if the oldest commit is child commit, the rebase will be done accordingly, parent first, then child, right?
May I know who is this?
Roshan, ma'am.
Correct, Roshan. Correct. I'm just trying to clean up the screen. See, there is P1. Okay, let's suppose there were some commits. Let's say P1, or else these are the commits. Okay, they were made in this order. Okay, means, see here again, don't get confused, please. 1, 2, 3, 4 are the commit IDs of both, means this is the series in which commits were done. Okay, commit 1 is in the parent branch, commit 3 is in the parent branch, commit 5 is also in the parent branch. Okay, C means commit 2 is in the child branch, commit 4 is in the child branch, commit 6 is in the child branch, right? That's how they were made. Means first this commit is done, then this is done, then this is done, and so on. But how they'll be arranged? P1,
135, 246.
P3, P5. Then
Yeah.
C2,
246.
C4, C6. Got it now?
Yeah.
Even though P5 is done after C2, P5 will be first. First all the parent, then all the child. Clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now it should be clear for each and every one. No other confusions.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we will talk about the access for drive at the end, Jayachandra. Okay, remind me at the end, please. So this is how rebase works. If you want to have this kind linear development, means first all the parent things, then all the child. How again child as per the time? So because C2 is oldest, then C4, then C6. P1 is made first, P3 next, then P5. Right? If you still have confusion, if you still lost in this rebase, please watch the recording. Post your queries in the group. WhatsApp separate group is already created. You post your queries there. And also I can re-explain the next session also. Because when it is like still confusing, take some time. Okay, give some gap, revisit this thing. But this should be clarifying the things for each and every one of you. Okay, if you have merged, how it would be when you merged? If you have merged, how it would be? What would be the commit history if you have merged? You might have merged multiple times, right? Like P1 again on C2. Initially, let's say it's C2. C2 is made first. If you have merged, P1 might have been here. Then C4. If you have merged again, P3 might have been here, right? Then if you made something like this, again P5 is added, sorry, C6, and then something like that, right? You are merging, putting into destination. So first child branch, sorry, first parent only, because we have created this also from parent. So P1, then C2, again P3. This is how it would be, right? Some from parent, again some from child, again some from parent and all. But linear log is that's what is this. Okay.
Purely that is timestamp based, and then another commit
when
ID
you are
also
merging, it
detected.
depends on when you
Yeah.
are merging, after which commit you are merging. and so many
another
other
commit ID also will get created there.
correct. But the
Additional
only
commit.
thing is, you will see some from parent, some from child, again some from parent, and so on. You will see parallel development there.
Yeah.
So that is about rebase, the advanced concept in Git. Just try, give some time and try to experiment, try to do the things. Yesterday we did merge multiple times. So you can also compare when you are doing hands-on. Now that we understood the rebase, now let's talk about remote repositories. See, till now we were working on our local, right? We were still on our local repositories. What if, okay, we are done, I want to share it with others, I want to move it to remote. Yeah, that's where GitHub comes into picture. Let me launch the architectural diagram. Do you all remember the architectural diagram?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Let's get to it now once again. Right, this one. So we were here till now, we were working here only. We didn't go to remote yet. Now let's suppose, like the second use case, you remember the two use cases, right? There's nothing on remote. We are like, it's a new project. So we have developed something locally. We need to put it on remote. So what is this remote? This remote repository can be your GitHub. What is GitHub again? GitHub is an online management system where you can host your local repositories. Like you hosted, like you have your local repository, Git local repository. Any local repositories can be hosted on GitHub. Any local in the sense, Git repositories or TFS, any repositories can be hosted on GitHub. This works like a remote repository where you can collaborate with others. And GitHub, Bitbucket, GitLab, these are all similar. Okay, these are all similar tools. And here we were talking about GitHub. If you know GitHub, you can work with any others very easily. So let's get started with GitHub now. You can just go to the browser and do github.com. Okay, just like a Gmail account, you can create a free account here. Okay, you will get some username and password like this. This is my username. Okay, and you can create your account here, a free account. Now this is a remote repository. This is my local. I want to push to remote. So first, to push to remote, you need an address. You need a location here, right? So let's just go here. Give some name to your repo, like a repo1. Okay, and I'm creating a public repository. Public repository means anyone can pull the code. Anyone cannot push, but anyone can pull it. So I'm just creating public. Create the repository. Now this is the location. This is the URL. This is the address where you have to push. You can copy from here. Now come to local. You have to map your local repository to this remote. Correct? Yeah. How do you do that mapping? Git remote add origin this URL. What is this origin? Origin is called a keyword or else alias name for your remote repo. You cannot always use this URL, right? Once you configure this origin to this URL, next time onwards, you will call your remote as origin. You may give any name like my remote, my repo, my remote repo, my repo, anything, any name you can give. But the general practice is we give the name as origin. It's like a variable. Let's imagine it's a variable X. X is assigned with this URL. Next time onwards, you will refer this as X, not the entire URL. Like a variable. Again, if you are new to programming, like in mathematics, you use some variable X, right? X is equal to 5. You will always say X. X means 5. Same is the case. Origin. Origin means this remote URL. You can put any variable name as well. Okay. Now git remote. Sorry, it's a git remote -v means it will show you verbose. Like say your origin, your remote is added. Now let's say I want to push this. Please keep muted everyone. I'm having your background some TV noise. Please keep muted unless you have a question. Otherwise I have to mute everyone. Thank you all. Now git push origin master, whatever branch you want. Okay, push means your changes will be pushed. Initially it's empty. Actually it's like this. But now when you push, see for push you need credentials. It will ask for the credentials. For me it will not ask because it's not the first time. But for you, it will ask you. It will clearly ask you, like it will give you a prompt. Put the username and password. Which username and password you should push? You should put, sorry. Which username and password you should put there?
Git username, GitHub.
Okay, see. Which username, what credentials you have to put here is go to your account settings. From couple of years, I can say Git is not accepting username and password for authentication. You need to create a personal tokens. Go to developer settings. Here you have to create a personal access token. I'm creating the classic ones. You may go with the beta version also. See, I have some access token created. I'm using that for login. How to create a new one? Click here, generate a new token. It will ask for confirmation. You should not give this password to push here. Okay, not that password. You have to give your personal access token, some name to your token, my token or whatever, some name to your personal access token, and when it should expire. You can put the date of expiry also, like I'm choosing no expiration. And scope, I want to work with repositories or packages or admin access. You can choose here and generate the token. This token you will see only for the first time. Next time you will not see. See, I'm not seeing token. So you have to save this very carefully. This is the password you have to give here when it prompts for. Username, anything you can give. You may give this username, this one, or else you may give your token name also. That's fine. Username could be anything. But the password should be this personal access token. Am I clear?
Yeah.
And they will be stored here. If you check the credential manager, if you go to the credential manager, yeah, Windows credentials, they will be stored here. See GitHub. See, they'll be stored. If you want to remove, you can remove, or if you want to change, you can change. See, I have given my account name as username and password as a personal access token, not the account password. Am I clear? Because people will be trying with the username and password. They'll be stuck up there. It's a personal access token. Please make a note of it. And it is only one-time task. Because I have already done, it's not prompting again. Now that
Windows credentials we have to configure here, madam. The Windows credential window you showed, right? That Git credential we have to configure, or it will automatically configure.
Whenever you run this command git push, it will prompt for the username and password. Okay, then you have to give some username, any name, preferably this one you can give, or your token name, and put that access token as the password. Then it will be configured in here. Here you will see them like this.
Okay.
Okay. Once it is done, like I've already pushed, right? So let's go to our repos. It's a repo one. And I have already pushed, right? So master branch. Do you see all the files, all the commits of master? I can see everything here. Good. All of you good? So if you want to push something else, I want to push B1 also, you can also do that. Git push horizon B1. Earlier there is only one branch, but now if you refresh, you can see 2 branches. You can select the branch whichever you want to see here. See 4 commits and the 4 files. Right?
Yeah, can you increase the font window here?
Huh?
Yeah, can you zoom it? It's very tiny actually.
Which one you want to see?
The screen. This browser screen here. Yeah, much better.
That's a B1 branch. Right? That's how you push the branches. Okay. And till now we have created the branches, we have merged them, we have done so many things. Let's say it's a temporary branch. We did not say deleting the branch, right? Let's say I want to delete this branch. Let's say I want to delete B1. How do you delete? Git branch -d B1. -d means delete. And it's giving me an error. B1 is not fully merged. What happens if I delete a branch which is not fully merged? What happens?
Whatever we done will go waste.
We lost the return.
Right, we lost the changes. So that's why it's giving you a clue. It's not fully merged. If you are sure, means you still want to delete it, use capital D. Right? So if you do capital D, yes, the branch is deleted. It says when you list the branch, only B2 master were there. Is it deleted from here also? Do you think so? Yeah. See, it's still here. Means this happened only on local. What if I want to delete from here? You can go to branches, all the branch list. Here you can see the delete option. Do you see? B1 delete. Master, you don't see delete because that's a default, that's a main branch. But this one, yes, you can delete. That is one way. From the UI, you can delete on remote, or else from here also you can do that. What you can do here is git push horizon delete B1.
Just have one doubt that you asked, that you told about password. Okay, that is when we add that command, that will that ask to enter the password, or is there any is where we have to do any entry for that?
For the first time only, it will ask for password.
Okay.
Only one-time task. You have to enter your personal access token, not the password of your GitHub account. You have
the
to
generated token.
The generated personal access token.
Yeah. Okay.
Only one.
So if the token expired, do we have to generate again? Like you said,
yeah,
it's not...
if you put only 1 month, after 1 month, it will not work. You have to generate a new one. Again, it will prompt for it. You have to create it. I mean, you have to enter those.
Okay.
First, then we need to create that GitHub account, correct?
Yeah, you have to have a GitHub account.
Okay, in the
So
previous
it says 1 second. I just run this, but let me show this so that this will be that. See, it will delete from remote also. Yes, only one branch. That's how you delete from remote. Yeah, tell me, please.
So in the previous example, when we are deleting a branch in the local repository, we are given minus a small d. In case if it is already merged, if it is a clean case, will it get deleted using the small d itself?
Yes.
Okay.
If it is not merged, it's giving you warning. You will lose the changes. Shall we delete?
Got it. Thank you.
Ma'am, you are in B2 and you are trying to delete B1. Am I right?
Correct.
It throwed error saying that it is not merged. What it means now? What it is not merged? B1 with B2 or with master?
B1 with any other. There are some changes. It's not merged. Means the changes should be merged to some branch, right? All of them were not merged. B1 is having some changes. It should be merged something or the other branch.
Oh, it is
So
monitoring that way, is it? Okay, it's
Hmm.
isolated one. It is nowhere merged anywhere. That's the reason it is telling you will lose this. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
So this is one use case, this old or the second use case we discussed. Which use case? Let me try to help recollect you. If you remember in the beginning, we were talking about how to create local repository, right? And then I explained two use cases. One is, let's say it's on remote, copy from remote and create a local repository. Second thing is you create local repository with Git in it, right? By initializing it and get started. Second scenario is the one we have done till now, correct? We created it and then we pushed to remote. Now, shall we take up this? Means, let's say there's already a report repository. We joined the team today. So we just want to have a copy of it and create a local. Yep. Let's take up the first use case now. Let's use some other repository. Let me pick up some dummy repository available for our testing. Or else what I'll do, I'll just create one repository with some dummy files, okay? A repo2. Here I'll choose add readme. Some readme is like a read over which will give some description about the repo. It will create just a blank one. Create a repo. Means I just want to consider this like a I just want to assume this like a multiple files, multiple commits, one file, one commit. In general, there might be some 100 commits, so many files might be there. Okay, just assume that's a one already existing. Now I want to copy from here and create a local. This Git demo is already a local repository, right? You can't create in the same local. So just come out of it. Here I'll copy the remote repository. How do you copy? Git clone this URL. Okay. You don't clone in this. It will give you error on the local repos. You cannot create another local. So just I came out of it and then git clone. Cloning into repo2 means it will create a directory called repo2. See, when you go to repo2, right, you can see readme. If you check the log, you will see that one commit which is coming from remote. Also, the main thing is, if you see the hidden file, you see .git. Means this repo2 is a local repository created. Got the point, everyone?
Yes, Preethi.
Yesterday, we have created one repository. That's a local repository. That's called, the folder name is Git demo. How did we create it? By Git init. Okay, today we created one more local repo by copying. How did we do that? That folder name is repo2 because that's a repo name. We did git clone. And yes, again, like you did git init, it is also local repository created. Right? This is another local repo. You can make any changes like how you do. Another thing is, here you don't need to map to remote. It's already mapped here. Means you don't need to do git remote add origin. Am I making sense? Here, if you want to connect, you will do git remote add origin. Okay, because it's a local one you want to map. Here already remote is configured when you do git clone. Understood?
Yeah. Once we done git clone, do we have to explicitly do git init again, or it's already
No,
initialized?
it's already there. We did not do, right? Did we do git init now?
No. Okay.
So yeah, we need not do. See, we just cloned it, and when we do ls, it's already there. .git is there, means it's a ls minus a hidden files. .git is there. If you want to see folder also, you can see like our other repo. You can just go and check out.
Git clone is multitasking as it is connecting to the remote as well as it is initializing it as
It's connecting to remote because when you do clone. Yeah, repo2, do you see? Only .git and readme. Here also Explorer is old folder. Open this folder, repo2. Okay.
Yeah,
We are
got it.
launched.
Ma'am, you said we no need to connect to that GitHub, right? And now it is already connected since you did the clone and Git init happened, Git remote connection also happened. If I want
It's
to
not,
push
we
the
should
code,
not say that Git init happened. Okay. The terminology should be, we got a local repository created. We got it copied
correct,
from scratch from remote. So you will see
correct.
.git.
Yeah. Second point is no need to connect to remote because it is connected, right?
Yeah.
Remote add origin. So now, if I want to push the code, ma'am, do I need to have any security credentials here?
Yes, you have to. Whenever you have to push, you have to. Like, because from my account is already authenticated, it will not ask me. If you have already authenticated, it will not ask you. Otherwise, you have to. Let's do that. Let's create some file. It's again local repository, right? I can do anything here. Right? Like other repository. What should I do?
There, no?
Git push,
add.
Git add, yeah, commit, all this has to happen.
Now, if I want to push to remote, you don't need to configure origin. It's already set. Git to push origin. Main is the branch name. It has created default as main. Nothing but like master. Already my credentials were there here in the Windows credential store.
Correct. Yeah,
so
okay.
Now here I should see the new file. It might be already there. This is how I'll clone and I'll push my changes.
Correct. Got it.
Everyone clear, all of you?
But that existing data should be there, no? Like old one data should be there, no? That we have cloned the
That is there, right? README is there. README is the one.
Okay.
See, README is here.
Okay.
README is here, and this is our change file one. That's why you have two commits. One is which is made here itself, another one from push. Yeah. It's again a local repos. You can make your changes, you can push. This is the second use case. And that's how you clone. Here, let me do one more thing here. Let's assume, see, this would be shared across multiple collaborators, multiple people, okay, multiple DevOps persons or multiple developers if it's a development project. So let's assume someone else have pushed some changes here. Okay, like assuming someone else pushed, I'm creating from the UI. You can also create from here. Create a new file. Why it was loading? See, today I just want to show you something. Today we executed the pipeline. I think I stopped it. I just want to show you this. This is how we have our pipelines deployment to Kubernetes cluster, right? This is just a small pipeline in one of our previous class we created. Just because it's running, I just want to show you. And this is the application deployed on the cluster. This is the load balancer service. Am I audible? I think some network issue.
No, you're loud and clear.
No, you are it's audible.
Okay, but why is this page moving so long? Okay, let me try again. Some problem with GitHub.
For Git demo, which is locally initialized, the default branch is master. And for this cloned one, repo2, the default branch is main. Is there any significance of this or?
When you create on the like from the repo, from the UI itself, I created from the repo, right? It will be created as such, but both are same. Like either it's a master branch or the main branch. I created it from the UI, from the GitHub itself. So by default, it's created as main. Anything would be the same. So here, okay, file 1 is already there. Let's say file 2. Okay, someone else has created this. Okay, this is the file and it has got some commit as well. So is this there in our local? Is this third commit, is this new file available on our local repo?
No.
No. I have, let's say I have cloned it yesterday, or else I have cloned it some days back. Now it's November 10th. Let's say I have cloned the repository on November 1st. In these 10 days, so many other changes might have pushed, right? So how do you update your local repository with the changes from remote? Like I want to get the changes from remote, whatever happened during this 10 days, or else last 1 hour changes I want to get. I have cloned it some minutes back or some hours back.
Git pull.
Git pull origin name. Right? That's how you get the updates from remote. It is like a merge. Okay, it's merging from remote to local. Okay, it works like a merge. Okay, now I'm just doing a pull. See, you got those changes, right? You got the commit also. If you see git log, you will see the commit as well. Right?
Will there be any conflict scenario here?
Conflicts also also comes up. We'll see those scenarios as well. Okay. We'll cover conflict scenarios as well. I want to show you one more example. I'm creating another file here.
Ma'am, just one question. Sorry to interrupt. Shall I?
Yes, please tell me.
Ma'am, you have cloned the remote repository at the same location where we were having the local repository. Is it?
No,
Or it is
in a different location we have cloned. We came out of that git demo folder and there we cloned.
okay.
Then it created another folder.
Okay. So you have cloned at another location in your file system. Okay.
Correct. They were both here. This is the repo 2. I just cloned in this folder. So it created again another folder, this one. Yesterday I created this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, fine. Here I have one more thing. So how do you update your local with those new changes? What is the command? Just now we discussed, right? It's a git pull, right?
Git pull.
Yeah.
There is also similar command like git fetch origin, right? What this does, if you run this, it shows you some verbose, but there is no change here, right? This fetch, clone, pull looks and sounds similar. This is important from the point of interview as well. What is the difference between these three? Clone, pull, fetch. What is clone?
Clone brings in
Only for the first time you do it, it will create a local repository. Correct? It will have .git in this folder, right? That's how you do. And pull. Pull is next time onwards. If you want to update from remote to local, right? Local repository, this is how you do to get the updates. And fetch sounds and looks similar to pull, but it is just inform you or show the updates. That's all. It will not merge, right? Means pull works like fetch plus merge happens with pull, but that kind of merge doesn't happen with fetch. It will not integrate, it will not download or bring the changes. Understood? These three, like this difference are important from the point of interview also. If you keep less interview, these are the basic interview questions. Like 1 to 2 years of Git experience, if you put, these might be the questions.
After executing fetch, I understood there are updates. So after that, again, I have to make a pull?
Yes, because it will not download. See here, there is no file 3. How do you get? You have to get, if you want to integrate, merge the changes, actually, you have to do this.
Ma'am, can you show the fetch first and then see that? Okay.
Yeah, we did, right? Fetch is just giving me some verbose. First we did fetch. It's just giving me some verbose, but I couldn't see file 3. Then
Okay.
I did git pull. Then I got this file. Right? These are the things which you need to have clarity on, like the differences you should know. Generally we use pull. Pull will be in action. You can't get anything like, you don't get the changes integrated with fetch. Just in case, if you just want to know if changes were there or not, you may use it. Yeah. Shall we see another interesting concept of conflict on remote? Good to go, or any questions from anyone?
Ma'am, in the past classes, we have learned that we have to add file, then we have to commit those changes, then it will go to the local repository. But with this remote concept of the repositories, we have to clone it, and when we clone it, it comes to our local repository. And the logical one will also come in the a working area also, correct?
Local repository is nothing but your working directory, right? Like
Okay.
when we learn the architecture, local repository, working directory are one and the same. Physically the same folder, logically they are different. We discussed, right? Means when you create a file, it would be in working. Same thing is happening, right? That's why we were adding and committing changes here also. If you see, whenever you create some file, we were adding and committing them. See, I added file 1, then I committed this.
Yes.
Same thing. Like you have git demo, this is repo to another folder, which is a local repository, which is nothing but a working directory.
In local repository, if we are adding one more file, then the same way it will go, and
yeah,
we have to push that to the our remote repository. Is it?
Yes. Yeah. That's what we did with file 1. I think you missed that part. That's what we did with file 1, file 2. File 2 we pulled from remote, but this one, that's what we did.
But for local, every single file changes that we have to push to remote, correct?
It's not single file, it's a commits.
Yes.
See, you don't push the files, you don't pull the files. Just for your understanding, I'm saying when we pull, we got this file. But it's your commits which we are pushed and which are pulled.
Okay. Means for today, whatever the changes that we have done on local, through commit at the end of the day that we can push to the remote.
You have to commit them, and when you push, those commits will be pushed.
Okay, got it.
So I'm just talking about another scenario. I'm creating file 4. Assume that someone else have created. Okay, I'm just committing. Assume that someone else have pushed from their local. Let's say we are all a team. You might have pushed to this remote, right? So this is there. I don't know, someone else have pushed the changes, or else I'm not bothered. As per my requirement, I'm creating this file 4. Okay. So see, again, you are asking, right? Anyway, the scenario is being repeated. What you should do? Same, like it's a local repository. You should first add this file, right?
Then commit.
Commit this. It's a local repository. Okay, done. Now, okay, I'm done with my changes. I want to share with others. I want to move to remote. I want to push them. What should I do?
Git push horizon. And
so what happens now? Horizon typo.
Conflict.
What happens now?
It should throw error or warning.
Let's see what happens. I might have shown you without conflict also. It's okay. See, whenever you push something, okay, always make sure to get the updates. Means you should first pull. This is the thumb rule. It's not a conflict, but what it is saying, fail to push to this repo because Updates were rejected because remotes contain some work that you do not have locally. Means always you should have your repository updated before you push your changes. Right? Meaning, listen please. Meaning, I might have cloned this repository on November 1st. I cannot straight away push it because these 10 days, so many changes might be there. First pull, then push. Means thumb rule is you should have a latest copy. In layman terms, you should have the latest file, latest changes. Means, let's say 10 minutes back, someone made changes. You should first pull, then push it. You cannot just push with your code from previous few days back and so on. Thumb rule is first what you should do?
Pull.
It's not because same file, even though it's a different file, you will get it not only with the conflict. Git pull, first pull it. Because it's the same file, it will give conflict now. It may be different file, but you can't push without getting the without doing the pull. Right? That's a thumb rule one should remember. And now you got a conflict again. Reason is same, concept is same. Reason is, what is the reason for conflict? Do you remember anyone? We discussed, I think, yesterday or day before.
We don't have the source files available here.
Source is missing some commits which are
Correct.
there on destination. Which is the source here and which is the destination? Because like I said, pull is also a merge. From where are you pulling? What is the source and what is the destination?
GitHub is the source.
Huh?
GitHub is the source. Local is the destination.
Local is the destination, remote is the source. Right? So from remote I am pulling. Remote is missing some commits. Here we made a commit, right? That's not available on remote. Correct? So there is a conflict. What you can do, you can accept. Again, the same. You edit the file like you want. But the only difference is earlier I got conflict within my own branches. But here I got a conflict from someone else. Those two persons, either developers or DevOps persons or testers, whoever is the work related to, they will sit together, discuss and decide which changes to keep, which changes to remove or like how to edit it. It's only discussing with the other person. They'll sit together. With whom I got the conflict? I should sit with the person, discuss and decide. Okay, let's say we decided this way, keep both. Again, the same, done. Okay, now commit, git commit -m conflicts resolved. Right? It's showing file 4. Okay. Okay, now let's push. Now pushing which is source and which is destination. Your remote is the destination, right? Your remote is the destination. So now they were pushed. Now if you see here, file 4 should have both the lines. Right? Concept is same, how it works, the reason is same, everything is same. But only people will discuss and decide the changes with whom you got the conflict. Understood the scenario, everyone? This we can do in multiple ways. Pull with rebase. We will discuss those scenarios in the next class. We have pull with rebase scenarios and then pull requests. Small things are there on remote. We will take up in the next class. That will finish Git. Any questions from anyone? Of course, see, that finishes Git means Git is completed from the perspective of managing the files. We learned in the day one, right? We will learn from the perspective of managing the files. Then we will learn from the perspective of CI/CD as well. Like how do you use this in CI/CD? So first part we are done. Like with the next session that will be completed. Then we will pick up Linux part. Okay, Linux basics will get started with. Then we'll learn Jenkins. Then we will start integrating GitHub in the Jenkins for CI/CD. That is the flow. Git is done means yes, we have learned Git. We have to implement it in the CI/CD. That also we will know. Any questions from this part from anyone?
Preethi, I have one question. So if we wanted to push into some another repository in remote like repo3, so what is the command for that?
You can add it explicitly. Git remote origin is already added to one URL. You can put any other name like origin1 or 1 or whatever and that URL. Okay, so another one. Next time what you will do? Git push origin1. That's how you can map to multiple repos. This is what you are asking, right?
Yes.
Because I have given here a dummy one, it was showing the same. You have
Can
to
you
say
merge-
git push origin1.
Yeah. Can you merge to remote repository, Preethi?
That's what is pull, right? Push, sorry.
No. Remote repository means you created origin 1 and origin 2, for example. And if you want to merge this both one, then is it possible?
Two remote repositories merging two remote repositories.
Yeah.
The concept of merge is you merge the branches and push and pull. That for our understanding, we are saying merge. Those are pull and push. But there's no concept of merging two remote repositories.
Okay.
Preethi, I have one doubt. Here, the git remote -b is showing both the fetch and push URLs. So in real time, will it be different?
Yeah, that's a different repo, right? You may have given another repository, two remote repos. This is repo 2. You might have mapped it to someone else, some other repository also. Multiple repos. Means you are pushing to two remote repos from the same local.
No. Here, in the git remote -b, we can see that origin with HTTP and fetch, and origin with HTTP and push. These URLs are same actually there.
It was just showing you can push and pull from those. That's all.
Okay. So in real time, will it be different in real time scenario?
No, it's the same, right? Origin means that URL to which you can push and pull. It's just showing that. That's all. This URL may be different in real time. You'll have your own repo. That's all.
Okay.
Remote -v will show the same. See, concepts, everything will remain same. Either it is real time or here only. This repository will change. You will have the actual files. This is a dummy one. You may have the actual files. We'll also get to actual files in the next sessions when we start other tools.
Okay.
Concept
So
doesn't
one question,
change,
Preethi.
right?
Like if one project have like in different organizations, so some people will go for Azure and some people will go for AWS. So if we can pull from same source if they are using Azure, or it will be completely different scenario when we gonna be pushing or fetching. So if I'm doing a job, like they have, let me conclude it. Okay, I'm doing one project. So people have like different perspective, like different project we are merging. So what will be that scenario? Like how can we pull in push or something? I want to pull that code in my AWS in Azure.
See, your infrastructure may be on Azure, on AWS, or else it might be your own data center, your own physical servers. This is how you push or pull. It doesn't depend or doesn't change whether it is AWS infrastructure or Azure infrastructure.
So there'll be no problem. The
Git
code
commands
will
are
be
same,
like
URLs will be same, URLs will not change, the commands will not change depending on your infrastructure.
But server will be changed, nah? So VPC, network, everything will be changed. So how we can push and pull that on the terminal level?
Network is different, server is different, but this command is same, right? Git push command is same.
We are
Git,
using
how
on
you
local.
authenticate is same. Whenever you see git push origin main, it will ask for credentials. You will again put the same personal access token. Network doesn't depend on this, right? Git doesn't change. Do you think that tools keep on changing with each infrastructure?
No,
It's
sorry.
my laptop command git push origin main. If it is AWS server also git push origin main. If it is Azure also same. Git each tool or the commands doesn't change with the servers, right?
Yeah, we are using on local. That's why I forgot that.
No, either it is, see, we are going to do the same on AWS instances as we go by. They don't change. Tools, commands, concepts doesn't change as per your infrastructure. Okay. Even though you are running on AWS or Azure, Git commands, not only Git, any tool, commands, concepts remain same. There might be
You
your
mean only
EC2 instance. EC2 instance might be running on AWS network. Like the configurations of it might be different, but infrastructure doesn't have anything to do with the tools like Git commands and all.
You mean modules could be changed, right? Modules like AWS have different modules, different way of
What are
doing.
modules in AWS, please? What do you mean by modules on AWS?
Like, no, I'm using the word like it might be using a different, like Azure has like a different infrastructure, like see the pull and push or repos and everything will be different, and Azure will be different. You're saying their interface or modules will be different, but how that work, the commands will be same.
Push commands, pull commands are same. Okay, how you authenticate will be the same. Your infrastructure might be running on AWS data center or Azure data center or your own data center. Modules, I think you are talking about services. Okay, there were different services on AWS as well as on Azure. AWS EC2 service might be called as virtual machine service on Azure. They will have different terminology, different infrastructure. But Git commands will remain same. Concepts remain same.
Yeah, but I have just one doubt. See, for example, on Azure, there are separate terminal, okay, and AWS, some other user are using. But like whatever the changes that we have done on local, that how Azure person can check that? Because local repo is saved on local machine. Like for example, we are using AWS, that will be got saved into the AWS server only.
That's what I'm saying, right? Either it is Azure or what, you use the same command.
No,
For
that is for push origin. I'm asking about local repo, like local repo.
Yeah, you will have folders in the AWS server, right? You will
Yeah.
create there also same way Git init, a directory or folder will be there. From there you will push.
Okay.
Your machine is running on AWS. That's what I'm saying. Here it's a local machine. It might be your AWS. That also we will see. Like we will be creating some EC2 instances like this. On that EC, it is just another server. You will connect to it. You will push from there. Git commands are same. How it is different? You will create same local repository there also. How come it is different?
No. This local data, where is actually that local repo is
Then
getting?
this is my local, right? Then this is my local, not my laptop. Here is my local repo.
Then how that Azure person can access that? That machine is different.
Azure, see, if this is your infrastructure is here, your local will be here, your remote is here. If it is Azure person's local will be on his infrastructure. Again, this is his remote. Whatever it is, the remote is same, right? There might be two persons. One person might be having local on AWS. Another person might be having local on Azure. Let's say I'm having local on my laptop, my Windows machine, where whatever it is, there also they'll do in it. They'll create their own locals. Finally, they'll do this Git push. They have to run all these commands. They'll connect their local to remote. Finally, everyone is pushing to the same horizon.
Yeah, correct. But local they can't use at the same time, correct? Means locally whatever that done, that they can't be shared with each other.
Locals are confined to yourself. Okay, unless you push to others, no one else can access the local. That's a concept of local repository.
Yeah, got it.
If you want to share your changes, you have to push to remote.
Yeah, got it.
If you are like still wondering about, just get to this EC2 instance, install Git, do create a folder, Git in it. We are going to do that in the coming up sessions, but if you want to try, you can try it. Same commands will work.
No, yeah, that is good because I just have confusion with local repo because that machine is different. So how?
Yeah, everyone will be here also it's different. This is remote. This is not running on my laptop, right? GitHub, isn't it?
Yeah, got it.
Your local might be anywhere. Each may have their own local at any places, at any infrastructure. Still, they push to the same point. That's the central repository or remote repository where everyone will collaborate.
Yeah.
All right, then we'll stop here and we'll continue on Monday. Saturday and Sunday will be off. Next session will be on Monday morning, same time. And please make sure to do the hands-on, post your queries. And from Monday, only the registered students will have access. There'll be a separate Zoom link created. For further access or registration, you can connect with Raj. And Jayachandra, like I said, all the registered students will be added to the WhatsApp group and the drive access. If you already have registered and if you have not received the drive access or the WhatsApp group access, please contact us.
Sure, thanks.
You can check with your organizer. If you are through an organizer, you can connect with your organizer. Okay.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Yeah. Any more questions from anyone? So that is all for today. Please do the hands-on. That will resolve many of your questions and confusions with the hands-on. Still, if you have questions or anything else, reach me for the support. All right then. Good day. Thank you all. See you all on Monday and wish you all a happy Diwali. See you all on Monday morning.
Yeah,
Bye,
thank you.
everyone.
Bye.
Thank you all.
Yeah, thank you.